Hi, I'm Terra Gold. You're joining me at home. At home refers to being at home within oneself, within the world, and at home with spirit. This podcast is raw and it's real. It's sometimes panel style, and it's always shared in a conversational style. Join me here for holistic lifestyle tips that really make a difference with scholars, medical professionals, scientists, cultural creatives, and artists that share through their lens. What all these conversations have in common is that we're all dedicated to empowering and inspiring each other to cultivate inner wisdom and also to share it. Welcome home. We were right home from the start. It looks like we're recording, which is good. It's always good when things work.
Yes.
So I'm here with Natasha Brissett.
Yes, Natasha Brissett.
Natasha Brissett, and we are following up from after 2 times of meeting each other, because I met Natasha through One Love, which is her massage company, and I was so impressed with just an incredible person that you are, and your knowledge and your hands are just pure medicine. And we had incredible conversations, especially when we saw each other yesterday. So it led to me really wanting to talk to you more, and you offered to spend this time, which means a lot. So thank you.
You're so welcome. Yes, I was happy to talk to you too, because I get to feel the same energy coming from you. So that's not really something that's happening very often, to really connect with somebody spiritually, and you was that kind of person. So it was so comfortable for me to really reach out and talk to you. So
thank you. That means a lot to me. And we got in such a good conversation about, well, first we got a conversation about Rasta men, or Rasta people, yeah?
Yes, we did. We're talking about those people.
And how in the future it'd be really wonderful if I come back, when I come back, to be able to go with you on that adventure and meet some of the healers here that are the Rasta, people living in the mountains.
Yes.
Anything you can share about them?
Well, growing up, Jamaican real Rastaman are very friendly people. They are very natural, and they believe in everything natural, like the herbs, the kind of food that they eat, and their culture is so really different from over across the world. And I think that's why most tourists, when they come to Jamaica, they always want to find out about Rastaman and want to meet Rastaman and indulge with their culture. Yeah, so these people are very, very loving people. I can tell you for sure. It's just for you to meet up on one of them and have experience for your own self. Then you will get like a better understanding about them.
Yeah. And we talked about how Rasta people, but also people that are on a spiritual path here, are really connected to the nature of Jamaica, right? And the way they eat, and the way they work with the herbs, and the way that they connect with the water is different than maybe other people.
Yes, yes, that's for sure. Like from my experience, as my mom would told me, that's when she's growing up, there was not like a lot of doctors around. So her mother learned all the herbs. So instead of going to the doctor for a fever, they have a bush they call Gimmian. So her mom would pick that bush and put it under her pillow. Gimmian bush. It's good for fever.
Good for fever.
Yes, so you put it underneath your pillow and you lie on it, and your fever will just go away.
Nice.
Simple like that.
I learned from our mutual friend Jennifer Oliveris that if you put if you have mosquito bites, you put plantain peel on it. And I never knew that, but it's going to change my life, I'm sure of it, just to know that, and grab a peel and you put it on. And the other night it helped me because I was itching like crazy, and I put it on. So that seems like to me like other local medicine, good things to learn and know from here.
Yeah, it's good. And we have so many different things that you could use. Even the aloe vera, if you use like the gel of it and rub it onto the burn or the bite, that also will help.
Yeah. For sunburn too, right?
For me personally, in my work that I do, a lot of people is been really badly burned, like terrible burned.
Yeah.
So when I see them and I said, okay, I really can help you burn, they look at me like, really? And I say, yes. And to me, it's just to my own knowledge, I made this up. So I'll get the aloe vera, the natural aloe vera, not the one they sell in the bottle. And I will peel it, take the gel out, and then put it inside of a bowl with some ice. And then naturally I will just heal your burn from that.
Nice. Nice. I'm realizing the sun's coming out. It's going to get really hot, but that's okay. It's part of the experience, right? It's part of Jamaica.
Yes,
welcome.
Part of Jamaica. Cannot have the sun in Jamaica.
We were trying to hide going over here, but it's not working.
All right.
So, so I know you also told me, you said your mom, because there weren't doctors, and she would work with the herbs and heal in other ways. Did you learn any hands-on healing work from your mom too, or was that more with the herbs in that way?
Well, I learned some of them, but not all the herbs, not all the medicines that what she do, but I really learned like some of them.
Because I know in the incredible scrub lotion that you used on me, that it had
cocoa butter,
but it had lemongrass.
Yes.
And what else was it?
And lavender.
Lavender.
Also
incredible.
with the butter inside.
Incredible.
Yes.
So you're definitely using the healing herbs in your work.
Yeah, but my healings do not really come from the herbs.
How would you describe your healing?
Like for me, I realized that being a massage therapist, I realized that massage work is more than what you learn into school.
Definitely.
It's a spiritual job because people have different, they come with all different kind of problems. If you are not spiritual enough, you will not detect that. And I see that I have like this kind of healing touch, especially for people who is badly hurt, whether they're going through chemo, and the doctor will tell them like, oh, that's not much time. It's very hard for me, but they don't know that I start crying inside. I felt so very bad. I wanted to help this person, and I know that I have to talk to God. I have to pray and ask Him to give me the knowledge what to do.
Yeah.
So basically, He will just give me some sense of knowledge, what I do, like, and I realized after the massage, like my clients will say, I don't know, but it feels weird. Like I feel like I was in heaven. I feel completely healed. I feel different. So it makes me feel good.
Well, it helps too that you literally provide a space that looks to me like heaven, let alone being touched by you like an angel.
Thank you.
But the space and the whole experience was even. I mean, I went more than once because it was just so special to spend time with you. Things are falling everywhere as we talk, but it's and I just appreciate so much how much you come from your heart. You know, it's I feel it in your hands. I could feel it in just the way that you share, and you know, and everything that comes out of you. So that in itself is the healing experience. It's the way you share your whole being.
I think so. I think that over the years, why I am not really special or different, I don't know, but I think it's because of the love that I have from inside, and it just doesn't happen overnight. Because this love that I have for people, I started out from a young age. I think, a very, very young age. I just like to take care of people. I'm always happy to help people, you know. So they call me bossy nurse growing up.
Boss nurse?
Bossy nurse, because I'm so excited. Like if you are sick, I come trying to help you, like performing nurseship. So growing up, I said, okay, I want to be a nurse because I love to take care of people. I have so much passion and love for people. So then I realized that, oh my God, all this love that I have for people is so different. When one day I was coming home from nursing school and I literally saw a guy badly hit by a motorcycle. He was mashed up, crashed up, and I was terrible crying. I could not even help this person. And then I know that, oh my God, this is not my field because I couldn't see the blood. Yeah.
Well, that's good to know before you entered the entire field of nursing.
Yeah, it's good to know that day. And
I can relate to what you're saying because I was a yoga teacher starting from age 20, and I didn't plan it, but it happened.
Oh.
And because I started yoga at age 12 and I loved it, but I never thought I'd teach it until a friend offered for me to take his place with his clients when he was traveling. And I was like, okay, I can do this, I guess, I hope. And but I'm bringing this up because then later in life I wanted to learn more and more and more. And I thought, do I want to be a doctor? Do I want to be a nurse? Do I want to do, and I chose acupuncture because, and integrative medicine, but from Eastern traditions.
Wow.
So that, so I could touch people, but I don't have to do everything you're describing with all the blood and all the, because that's pretty intense.
Very much.
Yeah, and I come from a background, family, grandparents and stuff too, that taught me the power of prayer and doing hands-on healing in subtle ways.
Yeah.
Subtle can be even more profound, I find, sometimes. I just wonder, do you find that sometimes, that like you can just feel the energy?
Yes.
And then it's so
definitely.
powerful that a lot can happen there.
It's true.
Yeah.
So much. It's so much, but it's so much, yeah.
Yeah, and you brought up something that's also really important, because I meet a lot of healers over the years, because I love to spend time with people that are healers, and they that's always a thing of how to be a healer but not overly take on from your clients, right? Like how to feel and stay open as a vessel, as a person connecting, but not take it all on, their tensions, their pain, but love them.
Right.
Yeah.
And that way, you have to pray.
Yeah.
You just have to pray.
Just open to a bigger source.
Yes, you have to open the bigger source, because for me, that's what I do over the years.
Yeah.
People think like, oh, Natasha, when you touch somebody that nobody really like, how did this happen? I always said, I don't take no credit for my job, because all of this is the knowledge from God. Because I think that I've gotten the most difficult clients, because they read these reviews, that what other people put up there, and people just write their reviews from their own experience.
But then there's expectations.
With a lot of expectation behind that.
Yeah.
So when they come to me, and you have so many people to deal with different forms of problems they're going through, who you think can handle that? Only one person, and that's God. So I say, God, I need you to help me.
Good.
Yes, I said, remove my hands and place your hands in my hands and work through me.
Beautiful.
And I find out for years that's what's been happening.
Beautiful. You can feel it.
I could definitely feel it. Sometimes when the Spirit of God came down upon me, I can really feel him around me, and I just smile and I like, thank you, God, for being here with me. And I have this one client that she was really sick, and she had strokes, and she called me up, and she was like, her name is Vicky, and she said, Natasha, I'm coming to Jamaica today. Can you come and give me a massage? But seeing Vicky like well-being and strong, and she loved to dance, then I said, yes, I'm coming. But actually seeing her is like, oh my God, can this really happen? Like, you just seen somebody so healthy and they can't walk, they can't do nothing for themselves.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, it really melts my heart. So I take her on the massage table, and first I start to pray, and I ask God to give me the wisdom. And I said, God, you know that this woman, she's a very good woman and she helps a lot. And please, as you could say, like, I remember the story about the woman in the Bible, that she was so good and she got sick, like to die, and they prayed for her and she came back. So I asked God to do the same miracle for this woman. And he actually does. After 2 massages, she threw away the chair, the wheelie chair that she was in. She was actually walking. It was a miracle for her. Yeah.
These things can happen.
These things is real if you believe it. You have to believe it that it can happen for it to work.
There's a thing in my world, you know, with herbs and stuff, people say sometimes, well, how do you know it's really working? Maybe it's placebo. It is a word that gets used, like it's not real. But there's things in life that we can't understand,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean it's not real. It
Right.
means you have to tap into some place. It's not just your linear or your mental state,
Right.
but your knowing state, right?
Exactly.
To be able to embrace it,
Mhm.
to receive it.
Right. In order for you to receive it
Yeah.
and to believe it.
Yeah. So it sounds like, because when you talk about God, I talk to people, and some people describe God as a universal force. Some people talk about God as a woman, and you said he, right? So where did
Yeah.
you grow up with the God? What were you taught about God, and what's your experience of God?
Well, from all my knowledge about God came from my mother. Growing up as a child, my mother would told me all these kind of Bible stories.
Bible stories.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the more she told me about these stories and Jesus and his birth and all the things that he has done, I wanted to know more. So I'm always by my mother's bedside because I always want to know more, and she always welcome to tell me more. And then that's how I just get to love talking about him because it makes me feel different.
Yeah. Oh, what you just said that strikes a chord for me. That you just know it feels right because you feel it.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
definitely feel it.
That's key. My grandparents grew up Christian,
Yeah.
so going to school, and I wasn't sure if I could feel the energy, and I wasn't sure if that was the only tradition that I would believe in, right?
Oh.
So I was always questioning my whole life to
Yeah.
see, do I believe in that as my only spiritual way, or are there other ways? And I was looking, like, what else is out there? What are other people doing? What do other people believe? So I have to admit that I can really appreciate Jesus and the Bible,
Yes.
and I also love so many other traditions that
Yes.
I found too.
It is very good.
But it's what you feel. So
Yeah.
if you can feel it, you feel the presence of
Yes.
God.
And then I can tell anyone,
Yeah.
if you could really experience the real presence of God, you feel the feeling that you feel like no money, no person in this world could never give you that kind of feeling.
Yes. Yes.
It's a feeling that you're out of this world. It's like you're floating, like you don't see hate,
Right.
not at all. You forgive easily. You just free. It's like, oh my God, you start to see things different.
Yeah. It changes every
Yes,
perspective,
it
doesn't
gives
it?
you, yes, it changes everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It does. I agree with you completely. Really.
it does. It
Yeah.
does for me. Like things that is so hard for you to do because God never told us to do things on our own. So when you try to do things on your own, it's so hard.
Yeah.
But if you just let him do it for you, it's so easy. And every time I try to do things on my own, it is so hard. But when I let go, oh my God, it's
Yeah.
very good.
You just
Yeah.
reminded me, because I was taught when I was young too, that you also have to ask, right? Like
Yes.
you said earlier, that you ask for the help, right? You
Right.
don't expect it. You're not just imagining like you would literally engage and
Right.
expect. And engage. I'm hearing this. That you tell me if I'm wrong, but that you engage with. Like any relationship, you don't expect someone to do everything, but you can ask.
You can ask, yeah, if you really want to know about it,
Yeah.
and you really want it so bad,
Yeah.
then you can ask and you seek, and once you seek, you will find it. Yeah.
Thank you. So what do you, in Jamaica, you grew up in Jamaica your whole life?
My whole life. Yeah.
In what, in the Grill side, or?
No, I was born in Montego Bay, St. James. That's
Okay.
the parish.
Yeah.
Yes, and it was very authentic for me, and I love this kind of life because I feel so free. Like I have the river that is very close by, so that's where we spend most of our days.
The river?
By the river.
Oh, I haven't even seen the river. I've been by the ocean this whole time.
I love the river.
Oh, nice.
I love the river so much.
I'm seeing your sweet guy, Damien. He's saying something back here.
Come with me and see the river.
Come oh, you're going to take me to the river? You know, my son's name is River.
Yeah?
My son, I named him River with his dad.
Wow.
Yeah, so I have a big love of rivers.
But we need to go to the river when you come
I
back.
have to take River to the river.
Just came from the river this morning. That's where I took my shower.
Really? Oh, that sounds
Yeah.
so special. You take your showers there, you
Yeah.
swim in. Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Um, I want to just see, like, what would you say about Jamaica to anyone who's wondering about it here? Because I know that there's so much beauty. It's stunning and amazing where I get to go at times. I also know there's a lot of poverty that has been here on this island. And I just wonder, like, people who don't have enough as well. Because I get protected staying in a nice place when I come sometimes. But I was talking to my friend Charm, who I knew from way back in time, and she said it's hard sometimes. The poverty it's hard, sometimes. And going through the when no one was traveling for a couple of years. So I wonder if you could speak to anything about that, like what it's like, what you see living here, growing up here.
Okay. When it comes to like the poverty life, it's for the people who that really don't have like a good job and can't really find any job, because it's very few jobs that you can really survive off in Jamaica.
So, because even if you have a job, they don't necessarily pay enough.
Doesn't necessarily pay enough.
Right.
So that is why people will still be suffering. Not the fact that they're going to be starved to death, because Jamaica produces a lot of fruits and vegetables. Some of them you can just go and just pick off the tree. But for a life like to get the kids to experience something nice, they can't afford it because the light bill is very expensive.
Yeah.
And if they have to pay rent, the jobs that they do, they just don't pay any money. So people just can't do that. But what I find most of the time here, people like foreigners that comes here and they really reach out to some of these family and they start helping.
So you're seeing the good
yes,
things.
I've seen a lot of good things.
So some of the people that come, the foreigners, are actually helping.
Yes.
Good.
They are the main source of Jamaica.
Thank goodness.
Very important. Thank God for them.
Okay.
If it wasn't for them, I don't know how, even me, I don't know how I would survive.
Okay.
Because if I wasn't doing massage and doing it on my own, then I wouldn't be able to take care of my family.
Right.
So thanks to everyone that supported Natasha. One Love Spa, because you helped me to feed my children.
Yay. And you have 5 children?
I have 5 children.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. 3 girls and 2 boys, and they're adorable kids.
Amazing. How old's your oldest?
My oldest, she's 23.
And your youngest is 4.
My youngest is 4, and my second youngest is 11. That's D'Angelo. People used to call him the beach boy.
The beach boy?
Because he always with me on the beach working.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I wonder, what would you like to see more of for in your life here, or if things were changing more in good ways? What would you like to see more of?
I would like to see more of a lot of foreigners that comes here and they open job opportunity for us, but the people that they put behind that to manage, they are the ones who basically don't do what they're supposed to be doing. Like the rager it never raise, it's just stay one way that you just cannot survive. The rates,
they don't go up enough.
It never go up enough.
Not enough incentive even.
Yes,
to keep growing.
Right, to keep going. And these people know, because most of them are Jamaicans.
So even the Jamaicans are not looking up for the Jamaicans sometimes.
No, if they were doing that,
yeah,
it would be a better Jamaica.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to hear it, so we know, so we can bring awareness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you come here and you do a business, I think that every owners once in a while should check up on the worker if they're being paid good enough. If you understand, if it can all I can like do to help your family, if always your well-being.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah,
I think if they did really asking these things, people will be more happy. Because these Jamaicans, they work very, very, very hard.
I know.
And they love what they do.
I mean, I see it. I see it in the people I meet. A lot of people working hard with a big smile, even.
Yes.
But genuine, and look you in the eyes, and there's a lot of people willing to connect.
You're willing to connect.
Yeah, which is very, very special.
Yeah.
Very special.
So that is why.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for most all the successful Jamaicans that you really see here, they don't get that from in their country. They have to go abroad to find jobs.
So a lot of people leave.
A lot of people have to leave.
Okay.
And then they come back and they make themselves a home, or they take the kids over so they could get like a good education, because it's very expensive here for education.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is.
You mean for university level education or even lower?
Even the lower grades.
Oh.
Kindergarten is very expensive.
Same where I live. Insane. It was the most expensive thing I've had to pay for yet. My son's turning 10 this month. It was, I'm not kidding, like $1,200 a month US for before he entered school.
Wow.
And I was a single mom trying to figure that out. Crazy
God.
hard. Yeah. So, but I'm sure it's equivalently hard here in different ways.
Yes, very,
Yeah.
very hard.
Yeah, that's hard because you want to. I see some people, drivers, have their little kid in the back when they're driving us around. And I'm like, hello. Because you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, to survive. Yeah. That's a good family right there, you know?
Yeah.
People should reach out for these kind of people, because when
Yeah.
you see they have to have your kid on the job, you know it's okay.
Right.
These people are really trying.
Really trying, to do what's good for everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
To keep the family together.
Yeah. What else would you what do you see for what would you like for your future here? What do you envision for Natasha One Love?
For my vision for Natasha's One Love at this point is to be more widespread.
Widespread.
Yes.
Have more people working with you?
Yes. That's in the making. I would love to have more people working with me.
Great.
And I help a lot of people because it's my heart.
Yes.
So there's a lot of young ladies. I help so many ladies.
I've heard this. It's partly why I wanted to talk to you about all this, because Jennifer, your friend who introduced us, amazing woman, I love her. She said that you spend a lot of time actually training other people, and that you're empowering people to learn the skills.
Yes, a lot.
Beautiful. We need that.
Sometimes the school will call me up. She would like, Natasha, can you take some students for me?
Great.
And I said, yes, I'm more than welcome to help them. So
they don't pay you for that,
they don't pay me for that.
but you're mentoring all these young people.
I'm mentoring all these young people. And they were like, Natasha, you should open your own school.
You could.
Because we spent like 9 months in the school, and what you taught us for just 2 weeks, oh my God. If we just did have this in the beginning, it would be so much for us, you know?
Yeah.
Because
I had a similar thing where I went to school with Chinese medicine. I went to school for 5 years.
Wow.
Crazy hard. But then I came out and realized I did not know enough.
Yeah.
And I had to find a teacher outside of school, but it's still my teacher 13, 14 years later, 14, 15 years later. He's still my teacher. And but the point is, mentorship is so important.
very much.
Because people that have dedicated their lives, when people have dedicated their lives 30, 40 years to something that they're good at,
Yeah.
we want to keep the knowledge, and
Right.
keep it moving forward.
It's so true.
Yeah, so hopefully you'll keep mentoring, but hopefully you open a school.
That is what I'm working on.
Yeah.
I am going to open my school, and I'm not going to charge so much because I've been helping young girls from a long time.
Nice.
I always tell females friends that, listen, I love females, but I never dated females. I'm not into that. But I believe in empowering young women.
Of course. Yeah. The other thing is, most of these healing schools don't teach people how to run a business. So a lot of times they get out. I've heard this with so many people, friends, and my own experience too, that I learned so many skills, but I did not learn how to run a business successfully. So some clients, some colleagues and friends learned it in other ways and got really successful. Others couldn't make it work as a business.
That
right?
is so true.
Yeah.
Like,
You find that here too?
yeah, I find that here too, but I just don't know that I would be so successful in Natasha's One Love Massage Spa, but my other jobs too, they always like give me like the managership. So everything that I do, because whatever I get to do, it doesn't matter. I treat it from my heart, and I just put all my passion into it.
So maybe that's the
Yeah.
key.
That's the key. That's the key.
Yeah.
And I think that what most people do when they're taking care of other people's business, they don't do it with all that respect and all that love and that genuine they don't put into it. So they only think of having their own and think that, okay, I'm going to mess up your business and then we're going to start my business, and that same energy going to roll over into your business, so your business won't be successful.
Right.
So I always tell like the girls that work with me, I say, do it from your heart.
Yeah.
If it kind of comes from your heart, and when you go start it your own, you're going to move on with the same energy and it won't work. Like for me, I don't put nothing into it more than love. And that is why
I hear you.
I call my business Natasha's One Love.
Natasha's One Love.
Because meeting Natasha is pure, genuine love.
Yes, it's so
Always.
true. I feel it. I'm with you, and I feel it.
And it works.
Yeah, it works. I don't know what I could say past that is worth saying. So find Natasha if you're coming to Jamaica. She is the woman for the most beautiful experience with massage and body work. And I'm just really grateful you took time with me.
Yeah, I'm grateful too.
Thank you.
I didn't know I would be doing this. But
Full of surprises.
life is full of surprises.
Yes.
And now I'm into one of them.
Yes.
Meeting beautiful Terra.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks
You're most welcome.
for sharing your home too, because Jamaica is your home.
Yes,
Thank
it is
you.
my home. I love Jamaica.
Mm.
Yeah, it's my heart. And you will love it too if you come, because I find Jamaica heal a lot of people.
It does. It's one of
A
those
lot of
places on the
people.
planet that just inspires people to heal, to let
Yes.
go, to open up, to release whatever
Right.
they need to
Yeah.
release.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like when I have my clients come to me, I said, listen, when you come to Natasha, just be free. Be yourself, okay? Smile. If you want to shout, shout. Whatever you want to do. It's just pure fun and just happiness.
Yeah.
It's peace and love, you know? Don't have to pretend anything. Don't have to be like uptight.
Yeah.
Let loose.
Yeah. Peace and love.
Peace and love. Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So everybody Google Natasha One Love.
Yeah.
Google, right?
Yes.
Google Natasha One Love.
Hey friend, thank you for meeting with me and my guests. Go to terrawellness.com to join my newsletter and find out what else I'm offering. Please like and follow this podcast. Check out the Terra Gold Wellness video version on YouTube and follow me at Terra Gold Wellness on Instagram and TikTok. Let's keep meeting at home.
Home is where the heart